This episode of Aussie Garage is brought to you by our proud partners.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Aussie Garage. In this week's episode, beautiful HQ Tonner here. We're going to check it out. It's lovely, been fully restored, done a really good job, Lou has.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job, and it's got some unique features about it too.
Yeah, definitely. So let's get into it. More about the car.
How you going, Lou?
Good, mate.
Thanks for being on the show.
No worries, thank you.
Yeah. So, tell me a little bit about this Q. It's beautiful. It's very custom. It's a 72.
Yep.
Awesome. And so, what's the history behind it? You bought this for 5-6 years ago?
2017 I bought it.
Yep.
Mate, there was no chasing some money, so I gave him an offer and he declined it, and then eventually he said, yeah, I'll take it.
Awesome.
And then, yeah, it's been like a 2-year love-hate relationship, getting it to where it is.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I see there was a lot of rust in it.
Yeah, very rusty.
Yeah, so we'll try and put some photos up of that so that people can see that. But obviously, you took it, stripped it all down, and you went through and removed a lot of bog as well. See that a lot of panels were replaced, and you obviously got a lot of cutouts from rare spares and other cars.
Yep.
So back in 2017 when you picked this up, obviously there was a lot of rust in it. It was all visible.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, so you could see lots of rust in the doors, and it was all,
The floor looked good from where I looked from underneath, but
Yeah.
once it got sandblasted, someone had already placed the floor, and it
Yeah.
didn't do a very good job, because it looked like they did it with MIG and they must have run out of gas or something, because it was just
Wow.
you know what that looks like. So,
Yeah. So it was a bit bodged together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so the engine was obviously in it when you bought it.
Yep.
308.
Yep.
Nice. And automatic or manual?
Yeah, it's a turbo 350.
Oh, cool. Okay. And it's got the Salisbury V8 diff by the
Yeah,
looks.
yep.
Yep. Do you know what the diff ratio?
I think it's just a 3.08 one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice cruiser in between. Yep.
Yeah.
Everything underneath looks immaculate as well. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So and it come with the power steering.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Brand new hinges by the looks.
Yep. Yeah, the other ones they keep collapsing. Even though I bought a couple of sets, you think they're good, but once you get them on the
Yeah.
bonnet's too heavy, they just keep going down.
Yeah.
So they make them now. So
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's cool. And no dramas with these hinges at all.
no, perfect.
That's great. You had some issues with the carb, if you want to go into that.
Oh, I had a Holley on it, 600, and it just always smelt every time you walked in the shed. And you'd start it up, and it'd just flood the valley cover.
Yeah.
And I had it repaired a couple of times, and they just seemed to think, oh, you don't know what's wrong with it. Anyway, I got rid of it and put a Rochester back on it.
Yeah.
And found that being really good.
Oh, okay, that's good feedback, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people out there at different car shows that we've seen that have fuel leaking all throughout the manifolds, and it's horrible. So it's quite common. So
Yeah,
Rochester, way to go, obviously. We've got dual batteries here. What's going on there?
That's so I can put the fridge on the back when we go for a cruise.
Cool.
You know, if you're down in Freo and you want to get some prawns, well, you can
Yep.
chuck them in the fridge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks like a red arc controller in the corner,
Yep.
and that separates the batteries. A
Yes.
bit like what most people do with their four-wheel drives. It's Lou's done that to his Tonner, so it's pretty cool. And so when he parks up, obviously you've got the fridge running.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about
Nothing else.
running flat. So you start it up and it's got full charge.
Yep.
So your fridge is draining off of the second auxiliary battery. So really good setup. But why not? Especially when you got all that beer there. But no, excellent. And did you have to do much with the motor and gearbox?
Just prettied it up. I got the gearbox redone. Just they went through it and just made sure everything was all right.
Yeah, cool.
They put a toe pack in it, so it's made it a bit stronger.
Okay. And what does that consist of, the toe pack?
I don't really know though. It's out
Just
of my
strengthen
league.
it?
Yeah, it just must be bigger plates or something. I'm not real
Yeah.
sure, but they said put a toe pack in it, so I'll put a toe pack in
Yeah,
it.
cool. All right. And what about the interior? What have you done in that sort of area?
Pretty much everything.
So new seats.
New seats, yeah, I don't know. The seats, I don't know, must have been in an Escort or something, because it was so hard to get in and they were tiny.
Yeah.
So it's got HZ buckets now, and it's just all new carpets and...
The crash pad was obviously in a bad state. So
Yes.
what did you end up doing with that?
Well, I just threw the old one out. It was that bad, and it was in two pieces, thinking that I could just go down and get one that I seen. And when I put it on the counter, they said, you need an exchange one. I said, well, I've already thrown that out. So I had to go and buy an old wrecked one again to get what I wanted. So, so there's obviously someone that does them, repairs them. And yeah, that was that little journey.
Yeah. So mental note, don't throw out your old parts, because there is people out there that exchange them. So
yes.
no, that's I've learned from that mistake as well.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have thought he could do anything with it. It was that bad.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
And that's come up pretty good by the looks. So, and your GTS dash fascia you replaced as well.
Yeah, got that from a guy up there in Swan View. The other one was just full of holes. It had house light switches in it to turn stuff on and off, and I was like, yeah, no.
Come on, that was the norm for back in the day.
Well, it might have been back in the day, but
not so much anymore.
Not now. No.
No, that's great.
Yeah, it's just everything got redone. Pretty much the diff got redone. Just everything, bushes, every bolt,
whole lot,
everything you can name is brand new.
Yeah, no expense spared.
No,
So.
not really.
And obviously with the tray, was that the tray that was on it?
No, different tray.
Different tray?
Yeah.
Looks like a lot of work has gone into this tray. So
It has, yes.
What's the story behind that?
Oh, I just wanted something to be different than what everyone else. I don't mind the tub look, but I just wanted it more farm sort of ute looking.
Yep.
And that's just what I come up with. It was a she oak and a tread mesh.
No, that's
or the
great.
rod mesh, whatever it is. Yeah, and a main bit of artwork there on the front there.
So what's the story behind that artwork on the window?
Oh, well, the missus got me that for my 60th birthday. I used to have the Aussie flag on there, but it wasn't really an Aussie-looking flag. And I wanted something different anyway. She surprised me with that on my 60th.
Yeah, that stood out when I first saw your ute, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, she did a good
present.
job.
Yeah, that's great. And obviously the tray you did yourself, and you know the rebar tie down points. That's an amazing add-on, I reckon.
Well, it just adds a bit of character.
Yeah, definitely has character.
It's just something that no one's sort of done before. It's just
no, it definitely stood out when I first saw it.
Excellent. Yeah.
And you're not afraid throwing whatever on the tray, and
not really. It's a ute. That's what it's for.
Good on you.
Pretty much.
The guards that you put on, they're all steel, or
all steel. Yeah.
Done right then. That's good. And the wheels, so they look like GDS wheels, but slightly modified.
They're genuine GDS. Yeah, there's a story behind that. There's 5 of them because the spares are the same.
Yep.
And that was $1,200 to find 5 of them. And it was $1,200 to get them widened.
Oh yeah.
And $1,000 to get them painted. The cap, nuts and trim was $800. And the eager tyre, I think it was about $230.
Wow.
So
Adds up.
They're expensive wheels.
Yeah, they're good tyres.
That's what I wanted.
So what are the wheels? They're 14 by 8s?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. And you're running the same size on the front?
Yep.
Yep.
You know, it had, what did it have on it? Indy 500s.
Okay.
And it was just a bit too much bling for it, really. It's just, and I do like those, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. And obviously the exhaust system, you got, what, are they Genie extractors you got in there?
Genie and, just a 2.5 inch.
Twin system?
Yep.
Yeah, everything underneath just looks spotless. You've done a really good job with the resto. Who actually did the build? Was it yourself, or was it a workshop? Or
well, I pretty much pulled it all apart, got fixed, and then pretty much I put it all back together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
And tell us
all happened in this shed.
All happened in the shed. That's cool. Yeah. Nothing beats a shed build car, right? So good on you. And the paint, is it, what sort of orange is that? Is that a Holden colour?
Yeah, it's the original colour. It's called Lone O'Ranger.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so.
That's good. And that's the original colour on the compliance as well.
Yep.
Fantastic. What a great colour that is.
Yeah, well, it was green when I got it, and then someone had painted it blue before that.
Yeah.
And when you pulled the windscreen out, you could see the orange. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I like the orange.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it looks the part. GDS guards as well. Can't go wrong with those.
No, They're repos.
Yeah. No, they looked the part. They actually looks pretty decent on there. You had all the seals fully replaced.
Yeah.
It was all fully rusted out all the way. So when you first got the car, what was the chrome condition like on the bumper and the front bumper and around the windscreen?
The front bumper wouldn't shine. It just stayed a dull blue sort of.
Yep.
I got that sandblasted so I can paint that orange, but no, it didn't really, apart from the rocker covers, it didn't have much chrome on it at all. It was just a very ugly old motor.
Yeah. No, it's cleaned up really well. You've done a really good job with this car.
Yeah, thanks.
No, got to be quite happy about that. So,
Yeah.
and you get out and cruise it quite often at different
I've
car
got
shows.
a mob, about 10 cars. We catch up once a month or whenever the weather's fine. We all sort of catch up and go for a cruise.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So taillights, they're all custom LED.
Yeah, yep.
Yep. No, they look good. Yeah.
Well, it had big truck ones on it before. I don't know what that was all about, but
Some people do prefer that, but
yeah,
each their own.
Yeah, but anyway, no, they're good. They're LED ones. They work perfect.
Yeah. And you're running the standard headlights in the front. It's got the Premier front end.
Yeah, just standard ones. I don't really do much night driving. There's too many roos up here to jump out in front of you.
Yeah.
The roos at night around here are pretty bad, so I don't really do much. Once a year we might do a night cruise, go into the city and drive around or something, but no, it's very rare.
Yeah, well, if you ever need some better headlights, hit us up on Aussie Garage.
Yeah.
We obviously do the banging headlights, LED replacement, full assembly, traditional and resto mod headlights. So hit us up if you ever need a pair yourself or a set.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Yeah. So tell us about what got you into having a passion for these cars.
I think my father always had Holdens, and I think I must have been bored and wanted something to do, and this come up, and I ummed and ahed, and so on. He said, "Oh, okay, I'll buy it," and that's sort of where it really has started off from there. So,
yeah. And what sort of cars did he used to have? Obviously Holdens, but what type?
I come home in an EH wagon from hospital, then HK, and then he went from that to a Gemini, then a Chimera.
Cool.
And then Toyotas from that, but yeah.
Yeah. You obviously went towards reliability, maybe.
Well, no, you started to travel around a bit more and do a bit more camping and full driving and that sort of thing. So that's where it sort of come in.
That's good. Yeah.
I've got the receipt for the HK there if you want to have a look at it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Wow.
68 it was bought.
Yeah, brand new.
Brand spanking.
Fantastic. So I guess we should go out for a drive, see what it goes like, and we'll get some footage while it's on the road.
Yeah, sounds good.
This car just stands out, so you must get a lot of
Yeah,
heads
everyone's
turning when you
waved
go
here
around.
and flashing lights and
People driving off the road, trying to take photos of your car. But so let's go for a cruise and see what
sounds
it's all
good.
about.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic.
excellent.
Got it all in here. Wicked. Yeah. That's a different way of having the old stereo thing.
Well, that's the retro one.
Yep.
And I just run the iPod on it.
Yep.
So thank you very much for showing your ride and telling us all about it. And the cruise as well. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Goes well, sounds good. Can't beat the Aussie 308 sound from the exhaust.
No,
it's great.
Good, eh?
Mate, enjoy. It's great.
All right, thanks for coming out and seeing it anyway.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, share the video about, and all the rest of it. If you want any merch, jump onto our website, aussiegaragetv.com.au. We've got plenty of merch on there. We've got some new merch as well. So check it all out. Thanks, guys.